Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let me...
I'm always torn between skipping her dialogue and not. That's good.
Farewell, good hunt, me.
Because I love her voice. And I feel bad about just cutting her off. But at the same time, I don't want to sit through it again and again. Oh, we're on to chunks now, are we? Okay. But now we have a third one. We can get constant HP or fire attack. This gem almost ruined my first playthrough. Because it takes all of your physical damage and puts it into fire damage. Which is good against beasts. But you get to a point where you're not fighting beasts. You're fighting things that aren't really weak to fire. And I forgot this gem was on. So don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure that you know what is on your weapons. Because it can mess with you. I'll take the HP recovery, thank you very much. No, that's good. And now here, the memory altar. You can now finally use these runes we've been collecting. They function the way rings do, basically. Maximum vials, maximum bullets, more blood echoes, some visceral attacks, damage reduction, more echoes from slain enemies, and the temporary transformation boost. This one, Oath Memory, is basically your covenant. It's like the covenant rings that you would have. They do actually not that much in this game, which is a bit upsetting compared to other games. So we're gonna take damage reduction, more echoes, and I'll go for an extra blood vial, why not? Before I go on ahead, 6, that should be enough. Is there anything I want to buy? Actually, coming up here. I say actually a lot. Oh, we can now buy bloodshot eyeballs because we're done with Henrik. And there's this. Henrik's hunter gear. The taciturn old hunter Henrik was once partners with Father Gascoigne, and though they were a fierce and gallant duo, their partnership led to Henrik's tragically long life. Henrik's unique yellow garb is resistant to bolt, and will be a great help to any hunter who has inherited the onus of the hunt. Not sure what that means, but like with all unique gear, we're going to buy it. Gosh darn telemarketers interrupting me as I'm about to show off Henrik's gear. Yeah, like it says, the other defenses aren't great. It's good against statuses and bolt, basically. Like, it is the key bolt gear, yeah, pretty much. Gascoigne's is pretty good against poison. Henrik's is the ideal bolt protection. And it looks pretty awesome. But as much as I like that, and as much as I know people enjoy fashion souls, or fashion born in this case, I'm going back to the good old hunter garbs. Yeah. Found it in the sewer, and I don't care. Okay, now with that done, on to the next, I guess you'd say the next phase of the game. Because once you do this next bit, she's now gone. Once you do this next bit, the game will progress. Can you not? Wait, my blood vials only went up to 15. Oh god, I'm not out of blood vials, am I? I'll be right back. I was actually out of blood vials. I must have done poorly the last time I played, because I don't remember ever coming across that problem until much later in the game. Like, by the start, by the start of the third phase, end of the second phase was roughly when it happened. So damn. You know what, the hell with it. No you don't. No you don't. No you don't. No you don't. Hurrah for iframes. What? What? Do me something. Do I have a... Yeah, sure. Come on. Come at me. That's what I thought. Alright now. Won't be needing that. We'll be needing that. And... No. No, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, fire paper, hunter's bone, and alright, we're good. I don't wanna miss pointing these out. In the Grand Cathedral, there's these. We saw a statue like this in Yahagal. And I believe this is saying that they straight up worship the old ones, and these are what some of the old ones look like. Weird Cthulhu-esque abominations.
Soothes our fears. Seek the old blood. But beware, the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the depths. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death would go unlamented. Seek the old blood. Let us pray, let us wish to partake in communion. Let us partake in communion and feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears. Seek the old blood. But beware, the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the depths. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death.
Can I just point out that your design is stunningly beautiful. Not like in the whole, you know, you're beautiful, because let's be honest, you're not. You're a giant wolf thing. But the design itself, quite visually appealing. Okay, you don't like compliments? Okay. Alright, okay, I see how it is. Come on. Okay, good. The key to this is get her legs. So if you get her legs, you can stun her. So that she get a visceral attack off. You can also get the head. Come on. There we go. Numbing mist. This girl is known to heal. Fire paper. Come on. Come on, girl. Just take it easy. It's all good. There we go. There's a good girl. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, girl. It's okay. The hunt is over for you. Gold pendant. Oh no. There it is. A pendant of Vicar Amelia. Used to change to a blood gem which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, is a reminder of cautionary adage. To reveal the adage, touch the altar skull. I'm going to use that. Gold blood gem. I swear, if I stop recording and I find out that the pendant itself can be used for something, I'm going to be quite annoyed. But, as you can see, it gives attack versus beasts quite a bit up. But again, not everything you fight is a beast, so it's hit or miss. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks. This golden radial blood gem, kept for generations within the church, strengthens attacks against those afflicted intensely by beasthood. When clerics begin to transform into unspeakable beasts, the church needed something to retaliate with. So as we saw both with Amelia and with the cleric beast, clerics themselves turn into the worst types of beasts, and as such, the church needed a way to deal with them. And I never used this. I intended to use this during this boss fight. I completely forgot. Because that boss went down a lot quicker than I thought she would. Which is a shame, because, you know, I want to use Ariana's blood, but only when it's useful. I don't want to just waste it.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
Right, so that cutscene there. That was Provost Willem that we heard about before, who would be pleased of Carol runes because they do not use blood. So Willem knew that blood was not something that you should mess with. But I'm not sure if it's his friend or his apprentice or both. But there's this young Lawrence who decides, you know what, no, blood is good. We can use blood to heal and everything. And so Lawrence left Willem and then founded the Healing Church, which, as we know, uses blood to heal people, heal sicknesses, and it's basically a religion around it. But as Willem says, fear the blood. We are made men by blood, undone by blood. Everything in this is surrounded by blood. Don't mess with it, because people tend to turn into beasts when you mess with the blood. Lawrence here was no exception. He turned to a beast, and I'm not sure if he was the first of the church beasts, but he was turned to a beast, presumably judging by the hair on the skull, maybe midway through transformation, and they killed him, and now display his skull as a warning, I would guess, to not forget the adage, fear the old blood. Now that we know that, we can go through the gates to Bergenworth. But first, I'm going to use these souls, or these blood echoes, to buy more blood vials. I want more blood vials. I'm not okay with there being so few blood vials in my inventory. I could level up, but no. There we go. That's a nice number. And the quickest way would be Cathedral Ward. You know, despite the area we're going to, I'm going to use Ariana's blood now that I think about it. Because there's this hidden thing that isn't made apparent. Slightly hinted at, but it's not made apparent. So I'm just going to use you. Look at the speed that your stamina recovers at with this. Look at that. It's ridiculous, and it lasts a long time. So her blood is the best blood. But
brave hunter. What is it? Have you renewed thoughts on this matter? Yes, of course. Coming close. Now. Take my blood.
Blood of Adela. That's her name. Blood taken from Adela, nun of the Healing Church, restores an amount of HP and continues to gradually restore HP for a short time. The Healing Church nuns are chosen for their merit as vessels of blood, and groomed as blood saints. The mere chance of being treated with their blood lends legitimacy to the Healing Church and communion. So she has special blood that restores your HP and will continue to restore it over time. The problem, as I've already pointed out, HP regeneration is nice. A large amount of HP regeneration and stamina recovery is ideal. And if you remember what this guy said, if he'll say it again.
I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the blind man. There the beggar sits at the bottom of the bloody food chain, and then he's here acting like he owns the place. He's not to be trusted. What's he want with all those people anyway? That little weasel has a murky past, I'm telling you. I've no... what? I can't...
Okay, so no, he just tells me about the guy up there. But remember when he said to watch out for her, because she is not to be trusted and hates the saint. The problem is, the saint, Adela, hates Ariana, for having something she doesn't have. And if you remember from her blood description, it says that her blood, people from the Healing Church would know, is something that was banned. Basically what I'm getting at, without spoiling a little too much further in the story, once you kill Vicar Amelia, take her blood 3 times, and your little friend here, little Adela, will get jealous and kill Ariana. Now go on if you can see it.
Oh, hello.
You see that?
Sorry, dear.
I might
You're much
zoom
too
in.
eager. I've only
But when you talk to Ariana, Adela will
hello.
stop praying and spy on
Sorry,
you.
dear.
She'll peek out.
You're much I've only
Because she knows that Ariana's blood is special and is jealous for it, which comes into play later on. Not so much comes into play, but is more mentioned later on. Even there, it's not really mentioned, it's left for you to figure out. But there's a reason why her blood is forbidden, and all churchgoers hate her blood, basically. Which confuses me then as to why she was allowed, like if her blood is banned by the Healing Church, why was she allowed to live like in the upper cathedral wall? Not in the upper cathedral wall, that's a different area. But why was she allowed to live in the cathedral ward near the church itself? Granted as a prostitute, but would also give out her blood to people. They never took issue with that. They never said anything. Who knows? You right there, dear?
Oh, how did we ever get into this mess?
Grandma's gone a bit loopy. What is the fastest way to get to where we need to go? Yes. I'm actually trying to map out the area in my head now. Could go down. No, this way would be quicker, yeah. Also, this is how you know you're in the next phase of the game. Once you kill Vicar Amelia, it becomes night. I'm not sure what changes in the world. All I know is that it becomes night when you kill her. I know what changes in the world during the next phase, because there's a phase after this. But during the night phase, I'm not sure what's different. Well, that's one thing that's different. Giants sleep. Giants sleep at night. Goodbye. No, you don't. There we are. Oh, you're not dead. Okay. God. There we are. Okay, thrust. Thrust attacks get these guys, blunt does not. I think that counts as blunt. Where would it be? Yeah, physical, blunt, thrust. So it's like there's no slash, it's just blunt and thrust. For whatever weird reason. I think in the last, not in the last episode, but like in my last session when I fought these guys, I said that they're weak to slash, which is amazingly incorrect. And I've just realised I'm an idiot because there's one clear thing that changes when it becomes night. And that's when you're here, Alfred's moved.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the cathedral ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit. Byrgenwerth is an old place of learning, and the Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, should be familiar to every hunter. Well, once a group of young Byrgenwerth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the founding of the Healing Church and the establishment of blood healing. In this sense, everything sacred in Yharnam can be traced back to Byrgenwerth. But today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Byrgenwerth forbidden ground. It's unclear how many of its scholars remain alive, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate.
That links back to what I said before. That it was Willem and Lawrence, along with others, that found something which we can assume was the holy chalice that they're using to convert blood into something that can heal. But Willem, the smarter of the two lads, said not to use it. But Lawrence, probably because he was younger or just foolish or naive, took the chalice and then founded the Healing Church.
Ah, there's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Byrgenwerth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle. I bid
And
you
a little bit about the Vile
farewell.
Bloods
It has
there.
been a pleasure. May the good blood
And
guide your way.
this is where his character starts to decline. Like, as you could hear in his words as he was talking, he does not like the Vile Bloods. Like, they're called they've called them the Vile Bloods. That's what they've named them. That's how much they dislike them. And you can tell in his tone that he really does not care for the Vile Bloods at all. This is where his character starts to go downhill. Because it would make sense. People have gone against the church to take sacred blood. He is now searching for Canehurst like his master Logarius did. But it's just it sounds good, but then it gets handled so poorly near the end.
The password. Say the password.
Fear the old blood. Already dead. Think about that. The guy who just asked us for the password is already dead. How does that work? How does that work, I tell you? It doesn't. This place is a mess. This area is ridiculously huge. Not this part, but further on in the area, it's just ridiculously huge and you can get lost. What I might do is just run through it because the enemies in the area combined with how big the area is, you just won't want to fight it all. There comes a point in everyone's life where you just don't want to put up with shit. And I like to think that this area is my hunter's moment. Can you not throw oil at me? That's this guy's deal. He throws oil when that guy has a fire attack, so he can set you alight. Where are you? There you are. Hey, buddy. You wanna do your quick attack? No, actually. Alright. God damn it. Admin's knowledge and a depth blood gemstone. Blunt attack, that one is. That could be useful. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but it could be useful. This windmill is the quickest shortcut for this entire area. Like, there's at least 3 shortcuts in this area, and this windmill is one of the best. But you won't get to it until much later. They're giving you quite a few antidotes. I don't remember there being many enemies that poison you in this area. I could be mistaken, but I'm almost certain there aren't. Ingenuity. Ingenuity, that was.